This is the all-new Toyota Corolla, and there's something very special about it. It is the first hybrid in the model's 24-year history, and today we're going to find out if it's better than three of its biggest rivals, the Honda Civic, the Kia Cerato, and the Renault Megane. Before we go any further, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming reviews. Lower, longer and wider. The all-new Corolla looks much better than the model it replaces and shares quite a few similarities with its elder sibling, the Camry. The hexagonal grille gives it much more presence, while the chrome lines and 17-inch alloy wheels add to its elegance and sportiness respectively. In the back, the sleek LED lights and protruding bumper give the impression of a more planted sedan. Leave a comment down below and let us know which you think is the best looking of the lot. The Honda Civic, the Kia Cerato, the Renault Megane, or this, the all-new Toyota Corolla. Much like the exterior, the interior has been heavily revised and all for the better. While the previous model flaunted a lot of exposed hard plastic, the quality of materials is far better in this all-new model. The design and layout is also very clean and simplistic, with a tablet-like infotainment screen that has been borrowed from the all-new RAV4. In the back, there's rear AC vents, cup holders, and enough room to carry three adults relatively comfortably, thanks to the almost flat floor. Boot space measures in at 371 litres, which isn't as much as the Civic at 416 litres, but what is worth highlighting is that since the hybrid batteries are located beneath the rear seat instead of the boot, both the standard Corolla and the hybrid Corolla offer the same amount of boot space. Like all Corollas before it, the 2020 model doesn't offer much in the way of features. At nearly 100,000 dirhams, you don't get automatic headlights, you don't get blind spot monitoring, you don't get adaptive cruise control, you don't get Android Auto, you don't get Apple CarPlay, you don't get navigation, and you don't get an electric parking brake either. And these are just a few features that its rivals will gladly offer. So, what do you get? In two simple words, not much. You get a sunroof, push-button starter, automatic climate control, wireless phone charger, 7-inch infotainment screen, rear camera, and that's about all. Now in the UAE, the Corolla is available with a choice of three engines. There's a 1.6 litre, a 1.8 litre, and a 2 litre unit. The Corolla Hybrid uses the 1.8 litre engine, and when paired with an electric motor, it produces a combined output of 168 horsepower and 305 Newton meters of torque. What those numbers mean is that the Corolla Hybrid is the most powerful amongst all its rivals. But don't read into that too deeply. Despite having the edge on power, the Corolla Hybrid isn't sporty in any way whatsoever. If you want a car that's fun to drive, look away from the Corolla and start walking towards the Honda Civic. But if you want the most fuel-efficient car in the segment, then it's definitely the Corolla Hybrid. Its 43-litre fuel tank delivers over 750 kilometers per tank, and that's something I've simply never come across in a sedan before. This is made possible by the CVT gearbox and intelligent systems that work together to decide if the car should use the electric motor at slow speeds, the engine at slightly higher speeds, or both for maximum power. In terms of drive modes, there's three: Eco, Power, and Normal, with each adjusting how high the CVT gearbox holds the revs when accelerating. Speaking of the CVT gearbox, unlike most cars that come with an automatic transmission, there's P for parking, R for reverse, N for neutral, D for drive, and then there's B for braking. Essentially, when driving in B, the car increases the amount of regenerative braking every time you lift your foot off the accelerator pedal, allowing the batteries to charge quicker. As you've seen so far, the Corolla Hybrid is a mixed bag. On one hand, we need to celebrate it, since it's the only hybrid in the segment. But on the other hand, we need to question if it's worth its price of 95,900 dirhams. The truth is that if you want a car that's more fun to drive, get the Honda Civic. If you want a car that offers much more on the feature front, get the Kia Cerato. And if you want a car that's better looking, get the Renault Megane. But if fuel efficiency is even remotely important to you, then the Corolla Hybrid is the one to get. And there's no doubt about it. Thanks for watching.